Ah.
ഇതിൽ ഓണാക്കിയതാ. ഹലോ ഓഫ് ചെയ്തോ അത്? ഹലോ സ്പീക്കർ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോന്ന് അറിയാനാ ഇട്ടത്.
നമ്മുടെ ഇതില്ലേ നമ്മൾ ഓൺ ചെയ്യണത്.
ഏത്? അതിനകത്തുണ്ട്. ഹലോ ഹലോ
ഭയങ്കര
ഹലോ അവിടെ കേൾക്കുന്നു. ഹലോ 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 ഹലോ
വേറെ ആരെ അല്ലാതെ
ഹലോ
സന്തോഷ് ബാബു സാർ കേൾക്കാമോ?
കേൾക്കാം അൻവർ. ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ്.
ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ്.
Recording in progress.
Good evening to all. We are welcome to all to the 8th day of the international seminar organized by Dr. Sud Kumar Library and Research Center, Gramina Padana Kendram, FSCTO, and other agencies. Now, I welcome to our director, Dr. K.T. Srilada Kumari, for welcome speech.
Dear friends and dignitaries, good evening to all. International seminar series titled Reimagining Decentralization in Kerala, Local Governance for a Sustainable Future. This day, the theme is Digital Governance for Better Services. Today, we have Dr. Santosh Babu, IAS, CMD and Executive Director of Information Kerala Mission, to present the background note. A warm welcome you, sir, on behalf of the organizing committee.
Thank you, ma'am.
And also, 5 panelists here to respond to the background note. Dr. P.V. Unnikrishnan, Member Secretary, KDIS, Srimati Shati Raj, former Senior Technical Director, NIC, Sri S. Jehangir, Thiruvananthapuram Corporation Secretary, and Pullambara Gram Panchayat President, Sri P.V. Rajesh, and the Senior GAS Consultant, Sri P.G. Vinod. A warm welcome you, all of you, sir, to the seminar. Then, today, we have CEO of KITE, Sri K. Anwar Sadat, as moderator. A warm welcome you to, sir, to the seminar. I extend my warm welcome to all the participants on behalf of the organizing committee. Thank you. Now I invite Dr. K. Anwar Sadat to coordinate the seminar. Thank you. Or
Thank
to...
you, madam.
No, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good
Okay.
evening to all. Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening to all. In fact, we have six eminent speakers starting from the keynote. And as we all aware, the topic is very relevant for today. It's digital governance for better services. So we have seen the Kerala's digital leap from the initial era of local body computerization through Information Kerala Mission and to the K-Smart and K-Phone. And both the pioneers of these initiatives are here in the panel. We are fortunate to have Dr. P.V. Unnikrishnan and also Dr. Santosh Babu to speak about that. And we have seen how Kerala has achieved the bridging the digital divide initiatives through various programs, including the school education program, 88 School and Akshaya, and now through other various Digi Kerala programs and all. So the third one is the innovations and the versus privacy, how to strike the balance with the artificial intelligence driven governance on the rise. So like the smart city project, and how do we innovate for faster service delivery without compromising the data privacy or cyber security? So that's one challenge. And overall, the sustainability in the digital transformation. So Kerala is aiming to achieve a green economy. So how digital governance integrate eco-friendly practices like paperless administration and to enhance the services overall. So basically, I don't want to expand further on this because we have here today most eminent persons to speak about all those things. So the first speaker, or rather Dr. Santosh Babu is presenting the background note here. So Dr. Santosh Babu is the chairman and managing director of IKM, KFON, and he is a medical doctor from Government Medical College, Trivandrum. And he took volunteer retirement as the principal secretary of information technology in Tamil Nadu, and he has vast experience in IT, e-governance, and all. And now he's heading KFON, KSITL, IKM, and also. Let us hear from Dr. Santosh Babu. Sir, over to you.
Ellarkkum namaskaram. Good evening, friends. Thanks, Dr. Anwar, for that nice introduction. I'm very happy to join Dr. Anwar because he's the person who has brought so much of digitization to the education system. Mrs. Shakti Raj, who is from NIC, of course, she comes with a lot of experience. Of course, P.V. Unikrishnan, Dr. P.V. Unikrishnan, who established IKM, Information Kerala Mission, and today of which I am the CMD. Then Mr. Rajesh PV, who is the first person in the whole country to establish a Digi Panchayat, and which inspired the LSGD department to come out with a Digi Kerala. And of course, a GIS specialist, Mr. Vinod. I'm not met Mr. Vinod, but hopefully we'll meet on this through this medium. So good evening to all of you. I have been given 15 minutes by Dr. Anwar Sadat. So I will try to stick to that schedule because there are a lot of speakers. A lot of interesting thoughts that have been put forward by Dr. Anwar Sadat, privacy versus innovation in this age of AI, etc. So I'll request my Gramina Prarana Kendra to put up the PowerPoint which I had kept given to them. So that's those are the things that I had. KSITL, KFON, IKM. I'm also the vice chairman of Center for Management Development. I also had the Work Near Home project currently in the Government of Kerala. I'm extremely privileged to work in the Government of Kerala because the kind of work that's happening is phenomenal. Next slide, please. We can go quickly. So if all of us were to live for 100 years, we live only for 36,500 days. So essentially, if we live out 8 hours of sleeping, we'll be living and breathing only 24,000 days. If that's the amount of time we actually live on this earth, and we should not be wasting time. So time is of essence. We should not be asking anybody to come to a government office, much less roam around the place, try to visit offices, etc. Because if in a democracy people are paramount, then I think we should. The best form of governance is when we release time for people, when we don't ask them to come to a government office. So freedom is everything. They should be able to do whatever they want on this with their talent on this earth. And we should not be in governance, in the government system, we should not be holding them back. So essentially, if I have been in the last 25, 30 years talking about this from the rooftops, joyful employees, joyful citizens, joyful entrepreneurs, alert, happy, efficient administration, and how do we make a place, a state, a country economically powerful, something like Singapore, Switzerland, China, etc. So if we demystify governance, it's very simple actually. The politicians come out with the policy, and based on the policy, some files move, and based on the files, we do some services. Now it's possible to automate the entire process now, and that's thankfully happening in the Government of Kerala. And I'm very happy because I served in Tamil Nadu for 25 years, and I know there's a big difference between what's happening in Tamil Nadu, which is the best, second best, I would say, and Kerala. So the kind of work that Dr. P.V. Unikrishnan, Anwar Sadat, all these people have put in is phenomenal. And hats off and my big salutes to them. So we have to, next slide, please. Anwar, you have to tell. So essentially, around 1,000 services have been brought online through different processes, So we have an e-Sevanam portal through which different services can be. The only problem is that we had to go into different websites, different apps, etc. Instead of running around government offices, we now run around websites, etc. We should not do that. The essential point of what I'm trying to say is that the citizens should have only one app, and the government employee also should have only another app. So the entire governance can be very simplified, very beautifully, because NIC has introduced the e-office, on top of which now we have introduced what's called the K-suite, etc. So a lot of work is happening. Next slide. Next slide, please. So this is where leadership matters, and I'm very proud to serve under this amazingly dynamic chief minister and LSGD minister because they take big decisions. See, this is the photo of a state if you can see the next photograph, this is Singapore. Around 50 years, they transformed the whole place. And today, with Vidinyan coming up and so many things happening, it can only be transformational. So we should not be thinking incrementally at all. We should think how Kerala can come to the league of the nations, literally. How can we be on par with Singapore or better, or with Switzerland or with China, etc. Because we have the wherewithal today, be the people or the technology, or everything is available in Kerala today. We need to sync it all together because we are working at cross purposes, and sometimes we are in silos most of the time. We need to come together. So e-governance has become passe. Last 20, 25 years, it was e-governance. Now we need to move to what I call as S-governance, which is spatial governance. Mr. Vinod will be happy to hear that. A-governance, which is algo governance. We are sitting on huge amount of data. But we ask, what is your name? What's your father's name? What's your mother's name? We all have this in our databases. In fact, in IKM, I'm sitting on trillions of data, but we are not using it. So we need to do something about that. So that's why algo governance, and we should come to something called predictive governance, which is my favorite, which is peak governance. Actually, I introduced the government order in Tamil Nadu for peak governance, where people don't even ask for the certificates. It gets introduced or given to them on their wallet without them applying, because this is based on a life cycle approach from birth to death and legal air certificate, etc. Every moment it can be prompted, different applications, different softwares can be prompted to do this. Now, we can think about an enterprise application software to this, but it costs a lot. As you know, Pragati, which is run in Andhra Pradesh, costs around 10,000 crores. My personal feeling is that if you can do an API revolution in Kerala, we can do it at, let's say, 500 crores. It's not a big amount. For a state like Kerala, it's not a big amount. But we need to invest that kind of money and come out with a solution which can give certificates. The moment somebody introduces or issues a certificate anywhere in Kerala, it should come to your vault. Is that possible? For that, we need to be uniquely identified. Aadhaar is there. Is it possible to have something called a Makkal number? Next slide. Fast. So in Tamil Nadu, we introduced something called a Makkal number, and then we wanted a personalized vault. Of course, it didn't happen after I left. Next slide. So basically, we had something called a file-centric governance in the 1950s Tottenham system. Now, then we converted into a data-centric system, and now we need to convert that into a human-centric system. What I mean is that there are 50 or 60 departments, that all those departments are working for me as a citizen, right? So if I'm building a house, I need to go to the LSGD to get the building permit, then I need to go to the first revenue department to get the patta, etc. Then all these different electricity board, water authority, nobody's prepared. I had to go individually. Every time I had to waste my time, right? It should not happen. So Information Kerala Mission, which is established in 1999 as part of the People's Plan, and when the world was not developing software, P.V. Unnikrishnan sir and others started developing applications. Next slide. Go fast. So all those applications, just go back. All those applications, Sanchaya, Sachitra, Sagarma, Sujika, all those applications later on became ILGMS. Some of the applications still running. And now we have what's called a KSmart platform. The whole idea behind KSmart, Kerala Solutions for Managing Administrative Reformation and Transformation, that we have developed in IKM in the last 2 years, is to demonstrate, showcase talent, is to say that we can do this in-house in a world-class way, in a very beautifully project-managed way, without delays, etc. We need to adopt this strategy, which Dr. Naufal has adopted. He's our software architect. That's something magic that has happened, which I'm very proud because the domain as well as the development teams have come together to establish a world-class application. Next slide. So domain development. Next slide, please. Yeah. So this is a story. Next slide. If you can just go fast. So the project management tools that we use, the Jira, Confluence, Mantis, GitHub, etc. Essentially, what we are trying to say is that when we pay people who are from outside or our own people, we need to measure their productivity. So when the stories are given to them, how much time do they take? What is the sprint time? What is the scrum? All this we need to mathematically calculate and then only make the payment. So that's how we did this in KSmart in IKM. Next slide, please. So KSmart has around 14 modules today. And today, if you can look at these as a mobile app, as in a web, today all those things that you had to run around the local bodies, 3-tier panchayats, today we don't need to do that. We can do it from the confines of your home. That is essentially what we are trying to say, that government offices should become back offices, and the front office should be your mobile phone. Today, it's possible. We are not even using 0.00001% of this smartphone for governance purposes. We are doing it for many other things. For governance, I think we can bring all these applications through an API revolution, bring it onto a platform approach. Let the applications run differently in different offices, but let the front end be activated so that citizens need not travel. ഒരു ഫേസ്ബുക്ക് നോക്കുന്ന ലാഘവത്തോടു കൂടി people should be able to say, okay, what are the things that I need to do in these different departments? What's the payment I need to make, etc., etc. Actually, technologically, it's not a challenge. So in building permits today, Kerala, 3,300 square feet and below, we give building permits in less than 10 seconds. That's because we introduced the electronic development control rules and GIS rule engine. Two rule engines we introduced. So today there's no human intervention insofar as 3,300 square feet buildings are concerned. 10 seconds, essentially I say 3 seconds, which is around 10 seconds. Self-certified building permits are given in 10 seconds. Can you believe that? You used to have 3 applications, you used to take 30 days, 300 days, and a lot of running around, some corruption, etc. Today, entire thing. So today we should demystify, we should take out the human being and introduce as much as possible AI, etc. to make it happen. Next slide, please. Marriages happen in heaven, but civil registration, birth, death, no. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Marriages happen in heaven, but our guys have to come down to earth to collect the registrar certificate, right? Today, the husband can be anywhere, wife can be anywhere, the registrar can be anywhere, we give it in 24 minutes. That's the kind of technology that we have with video KYC. Next. And K-Smart property tax. We used to have 9 different applications. Today, we have 1 in 9, 9 in 1 application. And today, it's given in 1 building certificate. Next slide, please. I'm just trying to say that these things are possible. Public grievance redressal, beautifully done. You should see how hundreds of people join together to get a certificate without anonymity. They have to essentially put their mobile numbers. Smart K-Smart electronic fund transfer is another innovation that we have done, which the entire state can adopt. Next. Meeting management software. This is getting modified for putting into the panchayats for the Grama Sabha. If somebody in abroad wants to join the meetings, they can do so through this meeting management. It's beautifully done. We are currently using an ICAM. For the last 3 years, we are using this meeting management software. So urban local bodies we launched on 1/1/2024. Rural local bodies we launched on 1/4/2024. 25. Today, 1,200 local bodies are using this, and the services are being extremely fast. 6.45 minutes for a birth certificate, 8.54 minutes for a death certificate, 23 minutes for a marriage certificate, unheard of before. Now, today, these are old statistics. I don't know whether Anwar will stop me now. Naufal just send me the latest statistics. Around 82 lakhs, 2,270 total files have been cleared, of which in 1 hour, 8,22,866 files have been cleared. 24 hours, 19 lakh, 8,456 files have been cleared. So this is a kind of work that's happening. People are working from home, on holidays, from wherever they are, etc. So we should enable them to work even without using the laptop. Why can't we give an employee app to them? Just keep going. These are old data because I didn't have the time. Next, keep going. Please go. Next, licenses. We have a dashboard for the public. We have a dashboard for the citizens also. We know, you will know exactly who is having which file for how many seconds, how many minutes, how many hours. So that kind of transparency is what we need to bring in. Next. Citizen dashboard. Next. There's the dashboard for citizen. We can see who is holding your file for how many minutes and how many hours, etc. We need accountability. In a democracy, government servants are supposed to serve the citizens, and we are not supposed to hold them back. Not even for a second should we delay things. So this can be mathematically calculated and performance also assessed. I'll come to that next. Next slide. So all these integrations, this technology, I don't want to talk about that. K-Smart, just go ahead. K-Suite is something which we have developed as a consequence of K-Smart. It's, I think, one of the biggest things that happened. E-Office of NIC, I was the first in the country to introduce E-Office in 2010 when I was IT Secretary Tamil Nadu. But it has not undergone much of changes. Today in K-Suite, which we are using it for the last 2 years, we have finance module, we have file management, we have meeting management, we have HRMS, and we're introducing one more module. This is one of the kind in the country. So the geographical spread of K-Smart is there. It's a beautiful microservices architecture. We can fit in as many applications as necessary. In fact, the entire government of Kerala can be brought. My argument here is that this should not be limited to the 3-tier panchayats. It should be for the entire. We should have a whole of the government approach. Next slide. So mobile app for the employee, mobile app for the citizen. Next, we should not have hundreds of apps. So we have on the smart platform introduced Case Suit. We have the QField app. We were given 6 months by the State Election Commission for ward mapping. Our team took exactly 20 days because we used the Kfield app, customized it, used Google, etc. And we also introduced, can you just go back? We also introduced the Harithamitram app, which covers around 1 crore people. Next slide. Next slide, please. So in Kerala, we need, just go back. We need a lot of investment. The unfortunate part, and I'm sorry to say this, is that everywhere in the world, finance treats everything as expenditure. That should not be the case. My own personal feeling is that IT should be treated as investment because it brings huge returns. So we need to invest on e-security. We are just one hack away. We don't have SOCs. We don't have many things that we need to keep. We're just lucky. The geographic information system is something on which we need to have huge investment. We need to have a platform approach again. We have a library approach right now. It's under lock and key, 500 layers. Who knows who it's not updated. We don't use it. I have a One Kerala GIS proposal, which I've sent to KIPP recently, which wants to, bring all the services of all the organizations like KESREC, Gramina Padana Kendra, IKM, IT Mission, etc., to one platform. The emerging technologies, there's some movement on blockchain, etc., but we are not invested heavily in emerging technology. We don't have a GPU worth 100 lakhs, a couple of crores. No, we don't have. We are dependent on the AWS of the world. And on AI, ML, data management, we are really behind. So we need to invest. That's my first argument here. Next slide, please. So IT as an expenditure should become IT as investment. Too many agencies. IKM is doing it. Gramina Padana Kendra is doing it. KESREC is doing it. IT Mission is doing it. CDIT is doing it. God knows, we are all doing software. I think these too many agencies should not be doing it. It should be one agency. It can be anybody, but I think the government should mandate this. Numerous apps and websites. I think citizens need only one app. The government needs another app. Standards are not adopted. So this is something on which we can discuss another day. But the government of India has come out with a large number of directions and guidelines, etc., to use standards. But there's no agency which actually looks at this, because IT department is just one department. Everybody may not listen to the department, so I have a solution for that. And there are human resource constraints. When I was looking for a Java developer, out of 100, we get hardly 3 who can be deployed immediately. And the moment these Java developers are on the market, they are absorbed and kept on the bench by the companies. And we have to literally pay through the nose to get their services. So my suggestions to change the system and make a leapfrog into, and based on all the work that has been done in Kerala in the last so many years, brilliant work, absolutely brilliant. I'm amazed by the amount of work that Anwar and Dr. P.V. Nikushn and all these people have put in. It's amazing work. It's streets ahead of any other state, I can tell you that. But are we competing with other states? No. My thing is that we need to compete with other countries. We should be looking at Finland, Norway, Switzerland, Singapore, all these countries, and say, why can't my citizens get the same kind of services? Sitting at home, doing whatever they want, but they get the services. So I suggest that we create a Kerala Digital Commission, which is empowered by Act, to look at all the things that we need to put together when we are doing software, when you're doing services, when you're bringing in hardware, when you're doing lots of things related to IT. That's one. Second is, my name, Santosh Babu, can be spelled in 52 different departments by 52, just go back, 52 different names, SANTHOSH, SANTUSH, SANTHOSHE. Now, we need to have a mother agency, mother department, which will say 10 data items of mine will be constant, and I'll be identified by Aadhaar number or a Makkal number. And any other department cannot create a me. Any other department can add only metadata. Just go back. Can you go back? They can add only metadata. So that is something which we need to, because everybody is creating a profile of me. Why should anybody be creating a profile? Already the profiles are there. We just need to put it together and make it a uniquely identified person. The only problem with this is privacy, as Inva said. But we need to think about quantum security and all those things, ring fence. Then invest heavily in the economic, Anwar is saying, yes, go ahead and stop. One single app for citizens, one single app for employees, K-Smart as a digital public infrastructure. I'll talk about it. Skill hire, we need 10,000 Java developers, measure employee performance, for which I have a solution. Next slide. Employee solution is very simple. We have Score software, we have e-office. and we can put it together to find out if there's an auto escalation happening, how many auto escalations happening within 24 hours. People are not clearing files, then auto escalation will happen and come back. How many auto escalations it should go and touch the core software? It's a very a crude way of putting it, but I think it can be measured. Next slide. So if you are looking at Kerala, next slide please. If you are next slide please, last slide. Yeah, if you're looking at Kerala as God's own city, and I think we are becoming a city, just go back. We need to think very transformationally. We need to bring together best brains in Kerala, India, and the rest of the world to give us a roadmap. Okay, next 5 years, this is what is going to look, how Kerala will look like, how people will, cumulatively, how much time we are saving. So that's the essential point I was trying to make. I stop here. I thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Anwar. I got your message. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Santosh Babu, for making it very clear, because the need for to have a holistic integration of the platform or services, and to see the issues with the digital governance in a 360-degree angle, which is instead of creating silos, how to do that in a holistic integrated way. So from this, I am going to Dr. P.V. Unnikrishnan. He doesn't need any introduction, especially on governance and local body related matter, because in the early stages of computerization, in late 90s, he himself has initiated the local body program in Kerala, Information Kerala Mission. I was also fortunate to work under him for almost 5 years. So we know how the system was robust. Whatever things we have heard from Dr. Santosh Babu was built on a strong foundation that Dr. P. Unnikrishnan and team built. He's right now the member secretary of KDISC, and he was former planning board member. And besides Information Kerala Mission, he had some programs with energy mission also. So over to Dr. P. Unnikrishnan, please. പക്ഷെ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തോളൂ. ഉണ്ണിമാഷ് മ്യൂട്ടാണ് മാഷിന്റെ സിസ്റ്റം മ്യൂട്ടാണ്. Okay.
Okay. Now only you permitted to unmute. Can you see the presentation?
It was there.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, can you see the presentation now?
Okay, it's visible now.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Santosh Babu, for the great presentation you have made. I have made a rejoinder to your paper. I am formally sending that also. Meanwhile, I would cover the most important aspects in this particular presentation. Santosh Babu is a very good friend of mine. In fact, both of us started the e-governance journey together. In fact, we were together the DataQuest Award winnees, and I think it was in 2001, Santosh? Yeah.
2002.
2002. It was in 2002 that both of us were champions for the DataQuest Award. So I have great regard for him, for his good work that he has done, taking the K-Smart ahead and also the K-Phone. So I would essentially, the good things that he had been talking about, bringing in efficiency, providing the service delivery, I have absolutely no difference of opinion about that. He has taken whatever small things that we have been able to build in IKM to new heights. Absolutely no doubt regarding that. But I have a few criticisms also, because it is important to look at critically the vision that the great vision that he has put forward, and there is a need for looking at that critically in the context of Kerala. So I would first of all, I am very appreciative of the overall model, and but in terms of the transformatory plan which he has put forward, I have got my few opinion. I'm not enamored by the technology landscape which he presents, not worried seriously about whether it is AI, ML, and whether we have to go to the spatial governance, the predictive governance, and the algorithmic governance. These are all possible, no doubt. But the basic issue which I am looking at is that the Kerala's digital governance reform around IKM is there is a risk falling short of transformative impact by prioritizing technocratic solutions over genuine grassroots empowerment, community engagement, and inclusive decentralization. That's why, in single line, if I can put forward the criticism, Kerala's digital governance reform risk falling short of transformative impact by prioritizing technocratic solutions over genuine grassroots empowerment, community engagement, and inclusive decentralization. This is a single statement if I could make about the program. We built IKM from the People's Plan, which was transformative in bringing the decentralized planning for empowering the local governments. The whole program was essentially to take public services to enhance administrative efficiency and governance. So we had focused on building databases and fostering coordination across government agencies. That has all gone to newer heights, faster, efficient, single service into a common case smart, everything into a single portal. Those are all great. Nothing bad about that. And the vision which has been put forward in the paper, Santosh Babu's paper, Innovative Governance Model, Advanced Digital Platforms, Institutional Innovation Models that he talks about, the Kerala Digital Commission, they are all great. And also the AI, blockchain, and GIS, the components we brought in, I don't have any problem regarding the mix also. But there are certain gaps in the field which I would like to highlight. We are working on a program called One Local Government, One Idea. This is a local government program essentially to look at the shortfalls of 25 years of decentralization, trying to address the problems in the field, help the local governments address some of the cutting edge issues they have in development. Unfortunately, the local governments are not able to look beyond 5 years. They don't get into complex problem solving. So we are trying to look at that from the point of view of One Local Government, One Idea, which is a program of the local government department, which is done by KDIS jointly with the local government department. I find that databases in welfare, elderly care, disaster response, they lack interoperability, causing policy and intervention delays. This is a huge problem. Information Kerala mission was at a sort of a stage where it could have brought in cementing of all these and created a common data layer integrating all this, but does not happen. I mean, I'm not trying to blame the current in the Information Kerala mission team. I mean, they are basically my blood and soul. And so I don't want to blame anybody, but the whole question is that there is a lack of system integration which exists in the field, which has seriously affected coordination, and data-driven decision-making has been seriously affected. Point number one. Number two, the IT systems operate isolated from the community realities. People's Plan, what it brought up around, it was in Karakulam that EMS Namboodiripady initiated the first program of formulation of the People's Plan. So we have in our vivid memories all those things. But unfortunately, the IT systems that we have created, great IT systems, but they are isolated from community realities. I have to say this because Sudhit Kumar was a very good critic of IKM when I was there. and he was very passionately critiquing on many aspects of IKM functioning in those days. So I have to honor the commitment to him and to say this critique that the IT systems which IKM has built over the years right now is isolated from community realities. It has weakened local agency empowerment and decentralization. The local government leaders are nowhere in the system. The whole system has become bureaucratic. I have absolutely no issue in raising this point that one bad thing about how the IKM has transformed into K-Smart is that the local government political leadership has absolutely no role in the running of the IT system. It was not like that when we did Vellanad, when we did Talikulam. The local government leaders were at the center. But right now, it is the local government bureaucracy which runs the local government IT system. I put on record a very solid criticism on IKM. Now, the third point is community engagement. Community engagement was the central point of People's Plan and decentralization. We have forgotten the aspect of community engagement. By bringing together beautiful service delivery systems, absolutely no doubt, they are of quality things, but the community engagement has been diluted. This is a very serious threat to decentralization. In taking the fruits of decentralization forward, this is going to be a very serious limitation. And there is a need for us to relook at this. Siloed data, lack of officer interconnectivity, these have resulted in limited local problem solving and governance quality. So the whole program, which is a beautiful technical program, is at the risk of being isolated, because I don't know whether the political leadership completely realize this. It is possible to intervene and relook at the whole program if we can do a creation of these with participation. We can create stronger platforms for community engagement and participatory governance. It is possible to do that. With the technological landscape which has been projected by Santosh itself, there is a necessity for us to work back on the basic principles which are non-negotiable in terms of community participation, in terms of local government leadership, in terms of working together with departments, in terms of sharing data. There is a need for us to go beyond the technology models and to work on the base principles of participation and the collectiveness that we had harped on initially. So there is a need for us to bring this together. And if we can do that, then the model which Santosh Babu is projecting is not, it will not compete with Singapore. It will be the best in the world. That is what I have to say. We have to compete with the world by making a different model. Kerala is different because Kerala has decentralization, Kerala has land reforms, Kerala has participatory governance, Kerala has a strong community which has withstood the landslides, the floods, everything out of the resilience of the Kerala community. We have been able to overcome that. So the strength of this has to be imbibed into the great technology model which Santosh Babu puts forward by bringing in and rediscovering the participation aspect and the bottom-up aspects which the People's Plan and decentralization has created. And this is what I would propose as a critique to the model. It's not a critique, it is basically a self-criticism, because I have been part of this movement and I share the whatever demerits that the IKM has, I share that. And whatever merits that IKM has, the current leadership should take it up, take it forward. So don't take it as a criticism from me. It is only a friendly gesture which I want to put forward. There are great things which have been possible in terms of efficiency, in terms of delivery, brilliant model which Santosh has taken forward. And there's a model to the whole of the country. But there is a need for us to go back a little bit on some of the principles on which we had built up the edifice. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Unnikrishnan. In fact, it's interesting to see that how Dr. Unnikrishnan has conceived the whole things, and when he says that has deviated from its community buy-in, and in another side, Dr. Santosh Babu had, from the pragmatic point of view, has given the technological and the other social factors into that. So I think there is a consensus needed, because the whole strength of Information Kerala mission is to strengthen the local bodies with the power of IT, and also to involve the community participation, because it has a strong foundation of that philosophical base. So I think you two stalwarts have to sit together and analyze this critically, and then the model anyway it's coming in a good way. So whatever feedbacks or whatever nurturing it needed, especially from a people's perspective, true to the spirit of decentralization, and especially when we are giving a memory to Dr. Suhrit Kumar, that is near our hour. So I think before we are on track, we have to finish this by 9:30. So discussions and all I will put to later part. Now I invite.
One minute. I have to tell you that after I left Information Kerala Mission 2011 till 2025, Santosh Babu's this presentation, I have not made a single word about the IKM model and about the work of IKM so far. This is the first point where because I am now sure that Santosh Babu will take this to new heights. So it's the right time that I can raise a criticism. This is the only criticism which I have made about IKM in the public forum. So far from 2011 to 2025, I have not made a single criticism anywhere. This is the first criticism I have made. That also I want to put on record.
Okay, so I need a one brief response from Dr. Santosh Babu before going to proceed. We have just a quick response, that would be good if you are.
Yeah, no, other speakers are there. The only thing is that we have tried as much as possible to incorporate the leadership of the local bodies. Every panchayat president, every municipal chairman, every councillor, everybody has been trained in K-Smart. So we went through that rigmarole of training everybody. So, but whether they were consulted prior to development, no. I would say no. Only after development we said this is how it is going to function. So in that respect, Dr. P.V. Unnikrishnan is
so we will take it further. Anyway, it's good to have this sort of discussions and where we are going.
I completely accept what Dr. P.V. Unnikrishnan is saying, because we are not consulted. We have, as bureaucrats, we know it has to be done like this. But consultation has happened at the last level through my ITOs, DTOs, and technical officers, etc. So there's a fair amount of consultation. We didn't have time, and money also was a problem. Let's go ahead.
Fine. Okay. Thank you. So I invite Shati Raj. He's the scientist, senior technical director of National Informatics Center, MITI, Government of India. Over to you, Mr. Shati Raj, please. We have 10 minutes. Mr. Shati Raj, please. Srikandan, join ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലേ?
Madam joined. She's there on mute.
One message is there. I think then we will call the other speaker, and when they come, we'll may I invite Mr. Jahangir S, the Secretary of Trivandrum Corporation, to speak next, please.
Audible?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I'm in the train and I'm traveling, so there may be a interruption in my talk. Anyway, good evening to all. Thank you for inviting me to the seminar on this digital governance for better services. Now, in the background,
Madam, you are not audible. I think it will be difficult in the train. I think are you? It's not audible. So can we go to the next speaker and come back when you are comfortable in the range with the signal?
yes, thank you.
Cannot.
Hello, am I audible?
It's audible, but it's the voice is getting broken in between. So I'll do one thing. We'll wait. Let the next speaker speak, and meanwhile, know if you are getting a comfortable signal, we will come back. So, Mr. Jahangir, please then.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Let me share my PPT. There is a small PPT. Yes, sir. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Anwar sir. And there was a very interesting and wonderful deliberation we have with Unikrishnan sir and Santosh sir. Yeah, it is very interesting. One side it is bureaucratic. There was a argument that other side it is typical Kerala model of democratic decentralization. So just I'm coming to Trivandrum Corporation as a local body side. I'm just taking few points from Santosh sir and Unikrishnan sir. Both are very important as. And we already have few systems at the Trivandrum Corporation. Everybody knows that. Trivandrum Corporation is the largest city corporation in Kerala, both size as well as population size side. And we have earlier a system called Smart Trivandrum e-governance management system. Still we are using it just even prior to KSmart. KSmart also we are using in a robust manner. And recently we have integrated command and control system also. I'm just coming to the point where Santosh sir's job, what impact it made to local bodies. You take the example of Trivandrum Corporation. We have so far almost we got 16 months time in KSmart, and almost only 10 months only we are in full-fledged with KSmart. So you see that result we made in processing the files. More than 4,76,000 files we processed, and we are issued almost 15,000 building permits. You see the running files are 77,000, more than 7,000 files. Transaction side also it is more than 130 crores we have processed. So just showing the impact that KSmart made in local bodies as a city corporation. Civil registration is also huge in number. Of course, Trivandrum is in higher side, and eKYC through also we have made a huge number of marriage registrations. Haritha Mitram app is also another innovation recently IKM made. It is we are as a bureaucrat, one side SAR said, and other side Unikrishnan sir criticized that we are all very thankful to the system supported us for clearing the files. Just usually I'm leaving the office by prior to KSmart, leaving by 9 o'clock with a dicky of 5 physical files kept at house and processing. Now it has been changed. Like anything, I'm leaving. Time may be same because of meeting and all, but at home I can process. By looking at my table, I'm very happy that I've processed. I'm clearing the files in a nice manner. And another one is this is Smart Trivandrum portal. We have a given system through which we are managing the grievance redressal through Mayor's grievance redressal forum, and we have a water tanker management system and a septage management system also. Street light monitoring also we have. So just I'm giving a brief that these things are here apart from KSmart and local bodies. So through grievance redressal system, this is not connected to KSmart. It's a state-of-art system of Trivandrum Corporation. Around 30,000 applications we have processed. And through Sujalam Sulabham, it is a real-time water tanker monitoring system, and through which more than 27 lakh 85,000 trips we have completed so far. And septage management system also we have through online platform cleared 61 crore liter of septage. And spot fines also we are making through EPOS machines, and street lights, more than 1 lakh street lights we are managing. At present, we have ICCC also at office, through which we are managing smart meters of KWA, flood management system, solar system. We kept in different government offices, providing more than 18 megawatt, generating 80 megawatt electricity. Then mosquito density also we are monitoring. Then environmental quality of the city also, like pollution, etc. we are managing. Then we have EV charging stations also we are tracking, etc. Few things through ICCC we are managing. So I'm coming to the suggestions from our end based on the deliberations we had with Unnikrishnan sir and Santosh sir, that we want actually a few things like project management. Like those who come, those who have the exposure in project management, they may be able to manage the projects. Especially nowadays, local bodies are managing a huge chunk of fund from central government and state government, even from World Bank, are also like such kind of financial institutions. So we need a support in a robust IT system to manage our projects. Like once the project is envisaged, at present Sulega is not connected. That means plan. For corporations like Trivandrum, we are managing a huge fund, more than planned fund from our own sources. So if there is a system supported with IT to manage our projects, like from the inception to TS to tender, to all the timelines till the finish the projects through KSmart, it would be good. So I am suggesting this for the KSmart or a part of that ERP. Another one is nowadays corporations and local bodies have master plans. So master plans are not linked with the KSmart. Suppose building rules we have 3 meter setback is the case, then it may be 5 meter in master plan. So that is not connected, and I think it may be difficult, but if it can be included, it would be good. And the auto DCR system also, like still we are processing the building files through almost like a manual system where PDF is uploaded. No, that builders or the licensees can upload PDF files. So if we can run auto DCR, then it would be good that we can ensure totally it is perfect in that side, so that we can avoid all kind of corruptions or malpractices. Then I'm coming to the point where Unnikrishnan sir said that democratic decentralization, it is a crux. We are all behind for the last 25 years, and we are successful also. The participatory governance also, you maybe know that the Kudumbashree system kind of community involvement we are taking for the last 25 years, similarly in tandem with our democratic decentralization. So that modus operandi we may decide, or we can deliberate, we can find the way to take them also in the loop. But it would be good that democratic decentralization in letter and spirit we can bring it to the KSmart also, like what we can conduct the WhatsApp bars or what committees, how we can bring all these development seminars and similar kind of activities, and how we can bring inclusiveness and participatory governance wherever it is a CBOs or whatever kind of things. The other suggestion we can put forward is a digital tin. So ULBs are going for individual digital tins. No, they are behind floating EOAs and getting support from different vendors. So better I suggest that if we can include digital tin also in KSmart, then it would be good for all the local bodies. The other one is database. So you know that nowadays the tree cutting permissions are giving from local bodies. So if we can map all the trees in a local body, all the drain mapping you can do, or the flood mapping you can do through KSmart and GIS, then it would be good for that side also. Tree committee conveners are nowadays local body secretaries as far as corporations are concerned, and we don't have their exact data. So if we can map it, that would be good. Another suggestion is we always that we have stakeholders like students, researchers, and all. They are always behind the data. So if we can share the data and the data are accessible, because nothing to hide. No, all these are public in domain. So we can share the data in a easy manner. That would be also good. The other suggestion is, if we are once we are away from public, and public I mean our people, voters or public are not coming to the corporation or our local body offices, then that exact spirit of local governance is somewhat missing. But it is good in the sense of governance side, but the other side we are missing the people. So people should be connected to local bodies. So what I suggest that never this technology should break the connection between people and the local bodies. So whatever manner we can bring the people connected with the local bodies would be good. And nowadays we see, it's very in an obvious manner that the Akshaya centers are become parallel governments, and people are not coming to local bodies, but they are not using the system also, their mobile phones or their gadgets, but they are approaching a parallel system called Akshaya centers. So what result we made is creating another parallel world. So it should be prevented, and facilities like chatbots or AI or VR or whatever tutorials we can provide it, or through IEC we can connect the people through their own systems with the local bodies, rather than with parallel system like Akshaya centers, because that will create another government or a physical office. And what said, participatory governance and community engagement has to be assured in all respects, so that we can ensure that democratic decentralization happen in all respect, even if we bring whatever technologies or whatever systems. And we can bring few best practices from local bodies also. What I already shown that know how we are managing water supply in Trivandrum Corporation, where water scarcity is there, or where those water disturbance happen, and septage management, how we are managing through our mobile app and our web management systems, and streetlights, how we are managing. So how we are managing the grievance redressal. So the entire package of Smart Trivandrum app may be taken to KSMOT also, so that the other local bodies will also be useful. So the few suggestions I am giving, and otherwise thanks for the opportunity I got for this seminar. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jahangir, especially for sticking to time and giving the practical issues with relate to the digital governance in the local bodies. I think this will be definitely, there are so many insights to the whole program, like the role of CSCs or Akshayas, whether it is acting as a parallel, which way they have to perform like that. I think that can also be discussed at a later point. Now we have 3 more speakers, exactly 30 minutes. So I invite Mr. Rajesh PV, the president of Pullambara Grama Panchayat. He is the president who got the presidential award, and the Pullambara, the name is very famous right now with the first digital literate state and so many other programs. We have KITE has also associated with them to have some program for their children in their Grama Panchayat. So I'm happy that he is a teacher also, Mr. Rajesh. So warm welcome to Mr. Rajesh, please.
Hello everyone. I am very happy to be a part of this seminar. I am presenting in Malayalam. That saves me. Very, very interesting subject, an essential subject. Digital governance for better service. This subject, it is very important subject in today's section. നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ വിശദമായ കാര്യങ്ങൾ സന്തോഷ് ബാബു സാർ ഉൾപ്പെടെ വളരെ റിലവൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ സൂചിപ്പിക്കുകയുണ്ടായി. ഇവിടെ പ്രസന്റേഷനിൽ പ്രധാനമായും പറയാനുള്ളത്, നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്തിന് നിരവധി വില്ലേജുകളുണ്ട്. ആ വില്ലേജുകൾ നേരിടുന്ന പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ അത്രയും തന്നെ കേരളം നേരിടുന്നില്ല എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മുടെ അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ്, ഏറ്റവും വലിയ പുരോഗതിയുടെ മാനദണ്ഡം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഇവിടെ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യപ്പെട്ടത് KSMART ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള സേവനങ്ങൾ നമ്മുടെ സാധാരണക്കാർക്ക് എത്രമാത്രം കിട്ടുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ചാണ്. ILGMs ത്രൂ KSMART അവിടേക്ക് എത്തുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് എത്രമാത്രം സാധാരണക്കാർക്ക് പ്രാപ്യമാക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മളിവിടെ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. അവിടെയാണ് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയുടെ പ്രാധാന്യം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. നെക്സ്റ്റ്. PPT നെക്സ്റ്റ്. നെക്സ്റ്റ്. ധാരാളം ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഓക്കെ നെക്സ്റ്റ്. കെ സ്മാർട്ട് വന്നതിന് ശേഷം നമ്മുടെ ഗ്രാമത്തിലുണ്ടാകുന്ന മാറ്റം എത്രമാത്രം എന്നത് അത് എത്രമാത്രം ആൾക്കാർക്ക് പ്രയോജനപ്പെട്ടു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ടത്. അവിടെ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് വിജയിപ്പിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ, അത് പൂർണ്ണമായി വിജയിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ടും ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയും ഡിജിറ്റൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷനും ആവശ്യമാണ്. അവിടെ നമ്മുടെ സെക്കൻഡ് നെക്സ്റ്റ് അവിടെ നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലുള്ള ആൾക്കാരുടെ അനുഭവങ്ങൾ. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ചന്ദ്രിക, അതുപോലെ ശ്രീധരൻ. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ശ്രീധരൻ. ഇവരുടെയൊക്കെ അനുഭവങ്ങൾ വളരെ പ്രധാനമാണ്. നമ്മുടെ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസി എത്രമാത്രം ഒരു നാടിന്റെ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസിനെ സഹായിക്കുമെന്നതിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഉദാഹരണം പുല്ലമ്പാറ ഗ്രാമപഞ്ചായത്ത് കൂടിയാണ്. കെ സ്മാർട്ട് വന്നതിന് ശേഷം സന്തോഷ് ബാബു സാറൊക്കെ നന്നായി നമ്മളെ സഹായിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. കെ സ്മാർട്ട് വന്നതിന് ശേഷം 3000-ഓളം കുടുംബങ്ങൾക്ക് സിറ്റിസൺ ലോഗിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുന്ന ഒരു പഞ്ചായത്തായി നമുക്ക് മാറാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആ സിറ്റിസൺ ലോഗിൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അവരുടെ സേവനങ്ങൾ ആ രീതിയിലേക്ക് മാറുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് യാഥാർത്ഥ്യം. ഈസ് ബിക്കേം പോസിബിൾ ത്രൂ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസി. അത് നമുക്ക് സാധ്യമായത് ഡിജിറ്റൽ സാക്ഷരതയിലൂടെയാണ്. ആ ഡിജിറ്റൽ സാക്ഷരതയുടെ നാൾ വഴികൾ ഇവിടെ പറയുന്നില്ല, കാര്യം അത് ഇവിടുത്തെ പ്രസക്തമായ കാര്യമല്ല. പക്ഷെ അവിടെ നാം പ്രധാനമായും ചർച്ച ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് ആധുനിക സമൂഹത്തിനോടൊപ്പം സാധാരണക്കാരന് അതിജീവിക്കുവാനുള്ള ശേഷി കൈവരുത്തിയാൽ മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് ഉൾപ്പെടെ സാധ്യമാക്കാൻ കഴിയുകയുള്ളൂ. അവിടെയാണ് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയുടെ പ്രാധാന്യം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അവിടെയാണ് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയുടെ ഓരോ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ. നെക്സ്റ്റ് കൂടുതൽ വേഗത്തിൽ പോവുകയാണ്. നെക്സ്റ്റ്. അവിടെ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഡിവൈഡ്. ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഡിവൈഡ് എന്നത് ഒരു പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. ഇവിടെ നേരത്തെ കൂടുതൽ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യപ്പെടാത്ത കാര്യം അത് തന്നെയാണ്. ആ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഡിവൈഡ് പരിഹരിച്ചാൽ മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് പരമാവധി പ്രയോജനപ്പെടുത്താൻ കഴിയുള്ളൂ. അവിടെ നമ്മുടെ ഈ സെഷനിൽ പ്രധാനമായും ചർച്ച ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് നമ്മൾ ഈ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് ആർക്ക് വേണ്ടി എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അത് നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും ആലോചിക്കേണ്ടത് പാർശ്വവൽക്കരിക്കപ്പെട്ട നമ്മുടെ സമൂഹത്തിലുള്ള കർഷകരായ, ഇപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെയൊക്കെ ഗ്രാമം പരിശോധിക്കുമ്പോൾ MGNREG ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ, MGNREGയിൽ പണിയെടുക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാർ, അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ, ഏറ്റവും സാധാരണക്കാരായ ആൾക്കാർക്ക് എത്രമാത്രം ഇത് പ്രയോജനപ്പെടുത്താൻ കഴിയുന്നു, അവിടെയാണ് നമുക്ക് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള സംവിധാനങ്ങൾ വിജയം കൈവരിച്ചു എന്ന് പറയാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്. അവിടെ നമുക്ക് കൂടുതൽ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. അത് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയിൽ മാത്രം നിൽക്കുന്നതല്ല, കുറച്ചു ഡിജിറ്റൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷനിലേക്കും സാധാരണ ആൾക്കാരിലേക്ക് എത്തത്തക്ക രീതിയിൽ നമുക്ക് എത്താൻ കഴിയണം. ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയുടെ ഭാഗമായി നമ്മൾ നടത്തിയ ഒട്ടനവധി പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ അതെല്ലാം തന്നെ ഒരു പെരിഫറി ആയിട്ടുള്ള, അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ വളരെ ചെറിയൊരു മൂവ്മെന്റ് മാത്രമാണ്. അതിനപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് കടക്കാൻ കഴിയണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഈ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസിന്റെ ഭാഗമായി പറയാനുള്ളത്. നെക്സ്റ്റ്. അതിൽ ഇപ്പോ ഓൺലൈൻ പേയ്മെന്റ് ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ, സർവീസ് കൊടുക്കുന്ന കാര്യത്തിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടെ നമുക്കത് കൂടുതൽ ആൾക്കാർ പഠനം നടത്തേണ്ട, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൂടുതൽ ജനങ്ങളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കേണ്ട ഒരു സാഹചര്യത്തിലേക്ക് നാം എത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. നെക്സ്റ്റ്. ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസി ആയതുകൊണ്ട് കൂടുതൽ അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാത്തത്. പ്ലാനിങ്. നെക്സ്റ്റ്. ഈ PPT എല്ലാം തന്നെ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട കാര്യങ്ങളായതുകൊണ്ട് കൂടുതൽ അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് വിശദീകരിക്കാം. നെക്സ്റ്റ്. ടീച്ചിങ് പ്രോസസ് ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് ടീച്ചിങ് പ്രോസസ് ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇതിൽ ഏറ്റവും അതിൽ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ടതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, നമ്മൾ മൊഡ്യൂൾ ഇന്റർനെറ്റ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചുള്ള ആശയവിനിമയം അതുപോലെ കുറച്ചുകൂടി വാട്സപ്പിലെ ആപ്പുകൾ പരിചയപ്പെടൽ, അതുപോലെ പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഗൂഗിൾ മീറ്റ് വീഡിയോ, അതുപോലെ ഗ്രാമപഞ്ചായത്ത് LSTD ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട സർവീസുകൾ പരമാവധി ആൾക്കാർക്ക് സ്വയം ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്ന സാഹചര്യം ഉണ്ടാക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഇപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ പ്രധാനമായും ഒരു ഗ്രാമപ്രദേശത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം നാം ചർച്ച ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് ഈ K-സ്മാർട്ട് ഉൾപ്പെടെ, ഇവിടെ നേരത്തെ ഉണ്ണികൃഷ്ണ മാഷും നമ്മുടെ സന്തോഷ് ബാബു സാറും ഒന്ന് കൂടി ചേർക്കാനുള്ളത്, K-സ്മാർട്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കുമ്പോൾ സ്വാഭാവികമായും ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് നേരിട്ട് ഇത് ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്ന ഒരു സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ എത്തിച്ചേരണം. നേരിട്ട് ഇപ്പം പലരും അത് അക്ഷയ സെന്ററുകളെയും മറ്റും ആശ്രയിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സാഹചര്യമാണുള്ളത്. അക്ഷയ സെന്ററുകളെയും അതുപോലെ സെന്ററുകളെയും മറ്റും ആശ്രയിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സാഹചര്യമാണ് ഇപ്പൊ. അത് നമുക്ക് മാറ്റണമെന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമ്മൾ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അത് മാറ്റണമെങ്കിൽ കൂടുതൽ ജനങ്ങളിലേക്ക് ഈ അവയർനെസ് അല്ല, അതിനപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷനിലേക്ക് കൂടുതൽ എത്തിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് ജീവിക്കാൻ കഴിയൂ. ഇവിടെ ചൂഷണം ഒരു പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഘടകമാണ്. ആ ചൂഷണത്തെ പരമാവധി നമുക്ക് ഒഴിവാക്കണമെങ്കിൽ, ഇപ്പോ അക്ഷയ സെന്ററുകൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മറ്റു സെന്ററുകൾ ചൂഷണത്തെ പരമാവധി ഒഴിവാക്കണമെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ നേരിട്ട് ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്ന രീതിയിലേക്ക് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് എത്തിക്കാൻ കഴിയണം. അങ്ങനെ എത്തിക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്ന സാഹചര്യം ഉണ്ടായാൽ നമുക്ക് കേരളത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഒരു മോഡലായി, കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഒരു മാതൃകയാക്കി നമുക്കത് എത്തിക്കാൻ കഴിയും. അതുകൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് പ്രസന്റേഷനിൽ പ്രധാനമായും പറയാനുള്ളത്, നമുക്ക് കേരളം വിപ്ലവകരമായ ഒരു മുന്നേറ്റമാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത്. ആ മുന്നേറ്റത്തിൽ K-സ്മാർട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അതിവിപ്ലവകരമായ ഒരു സാഹചര്യമാണ്. ഇപ്പോ ബിൽഡിംഗ് പെർമിറ്റിന്റെ കാര്യത്തിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടെ ഇപ്പൊ മിനിസ്റ്റർ പറഞ്ഞ ചില കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്, വലിയ സഹായകരമായ രീതി. അത് നമുക്ക് സാധാരണക്കാരിലേക്ക് പ്രാപ്യമാക്കാൻ കഴിയത്തക്ക രീതിയിൽ കുറച്ചുകൂടി മുന്നേറ്റം നമുക്ക് നടത്താൻ കഴിയണം. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഏറെ പ്രയോജനം ചെയ്യും. ഇപ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടായ മാറ്റം നമുക്ക് വിസ്മരിക്കാൻ കഴിയില്ല. രാജ്യത്തിന് മാതൃകയാണ്, ലോകത്തിന് തന്നെ മാതൃകയാണ്. പക്ഷെ അത് നമ്മുടെ ഗ്രാമങ്ങളിലെ സാധാരണക്കാരിലേക്ക് എത്താൻ കഴിയത്തക്ക രീതിയിൽ ഈ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഗവേണൻസ് വളർത്താൻ കഴിയണം. അപ്പൊ നെക്സ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് അടുത്തത് അതിലേക്ക് ആയിരിക്കണമെന്ന് കൂടി സൂചിപ്പിക്കുകയാണ്. ഈ പവർ പോയിന്റ് പ്രസന്റേഷൻ അതേപടി പറയാത്തത്, ഇതിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയിരുന്നത് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസിയെ കുറിച്ചാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് പവർ പോയിന്റ് പ്രസന്റേഷൻ കൂടുതൽ പറയാത്തത്. ഓക്കെ.
Okay, thank you, Rajesh. It was very clear, and you have spoken from your experience, which was very useful for us. Next, Shati Raj, madam, are you there?
Rajesh sir, വിളിക്കാം sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, I'm here, but I think
Okay.
there will be the signal loss.
Yeah, please try. Then we'll have one more try. Yeah, please. Over to you.
Can I proceed?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So, in the background note presented by Dr. Santosh Babu sir, it was mentioned about creating a state family database where every individual in the family will be assigned a unique ID number. That's the Makkal number. Now, what I'm considering is Civil Supplies Department has a central ration card database comprising of 95 lakh ration owners and covering their family details, that is around 3.4 crore population. So this database also includes children from 2 years old, and it also has the non-resident care-like member details. And regarding that NFSA card, about 80% of the members have been seeded with Aadhaar, and the NFSA members' Aadhaars have been authenticated with UDAI, and it's approximately 98% accuracy. So I suggest that this database may be taken as the state family database, which was mentioning, and the unique ID number may be assigned to the existing members. And for department has already been sharing firm traffic. It's not whatever they have got permission with approximately 10 government partners in areas. So as mentioned in Dr. Babu's note, this
Sorry to intervene. I think the signal is getting broken. So, since you are traveling, I think that is sufficient. So, thank you very much for getting the point of having the centralized database where reliable, when the reliable database is already available. So, let us look into that. So, please share your thoughts in the email which is provided here. We'll definitely take it further. More on this, I'll go to the next speaker, Mr. Vinod PG. He's a senior GIS consultant. Or to you, Mr. Vinod, please.
Am I audible, sir? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Clear. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. First of all, thank you, Gramina Padana Kendram and Surat Kumar Library and Research Center for inviting me to be a part of this international seminar. It is great to be sharing the seat with all the stalwarts of digital governance in Kerala. I'll just share my PPT. Hope it is visible, sir. Visible, alle? Hello?
Yeah, it's visible now.
Okay. So just the topic I've taken is just the role of GIS and remote sensing in digital governance for a better services in Kerala. That's for a sustainable future. The Vision 2031. As we all know, Kerala is very densely populated. And the background is, as we have told in the previous presentation, Kerala is a pioneer in decentralized governance and digital transformation. Strong legacy of participatory planning and transparent public service delivery. Early adoption of data-driven decision-making in local governments. Entering the decisive decade, that is 2025 to 2031, GIS and remote sensing poised to redefine service delivery and governance efficiency. You should be able to enable real-time the evidence-based planning and resource management. As we are told about the K-Smart, and we have another thing like the IT mission, K-Space also has been introduced. The Kerala mission is there, integrated land information management, e-governance. And also there are integration of smart technologies for sustainable development. As you know that Kerala has pioneered the use of IoT, AI, and satellite-based in area like flood monitoring, which is done by KSTM, but I don't think that is in a whole centric scenaric view. It is concerned to an area alone. Land use management, waste tracking, and urban mobility mapping. These innovations reflect Kerala's vision for data integrated, sustainable, and transparent governance leading to Vision 2031. And there is also the Haritha Karma Sena mobile portal, that is mobile app, that is Haritha Mitram, developed by IKM, which also shows the green digital governance to the Karma Sena app. This reflect Kerala vision of green digital governance also. So what will be the outcome? A strong foundation of spatially intelligent, citizen-centric digital governance. So setting the context, despite advanced e-governance system, as you know that Kerala spatial data integration remains fragmented across the department. You see, there are many departments that are using GIS to high extent, but I don't know if there is something wrong from my side. Please do correct it. As long as I know, there is no coordination between the data between the departments. A geospatial convergence is essential, linking administrative, environmental, very specifically environmental and citizen data on a unified platform. So why GIS and remote sensing matter? It matters because of the spatially intelligent decision making, urban planning, waste management, and service delivery, real-time monitoring of environmental parameters, infrastructure assets, and public programs, enhanced transparency and accountability through spatial dashboards and open data initiatives, citizens' participation strengthened via location-based services and feedback platforms, climate resilience through early warning systems, flood modeling and drought assessment, sectoral integration connecting water, agriculture, health, housing, and disaster management through spatial insights. So what shall be the core idea? GIS and remote sensing are not just the tools, but enablers of the digital democracy that empowering local governments and systems to co-create sustainable futures. So a vision statement: by 2031, Kerala shall become a fully geospatial enabled state where every governance process from planning to delivery is informed by real-time spatial intelligence, ensuring sustainability, equity, and resilience. So the key aspiration will be data-driven decision making at every level of governance, integration of spatial intelligence to all the development programs, empowered local bodies with access to real-time, that is inverted from real-time geospatial tools, sustainable, inclusive, and climate resilient development for all the communities. So what shall be the objectives? To promote the integration of GIS and remote sensing in digital governance system across all LSDs, to establish a Kerala spatial governance grid linking all the departments, to enhance capacity building among officials, planners, communities for data interpretation and use, to develop a standardized geospatial data set. There should be a standardized geospatial data set on land use, water, waste, and infrastructure for all the districts. It can be in the LSD option also. To create a decision support system for disaster management, climate adaptation, and sustainable resource management. So these can be some of the key focus area under the Vision 2031: urban and rural planning, smart zoning, infrastructure planning and urban expansion analysis, water resources management, flood modeling, drought monitoring, water delineation, land and property management, integration of cadastral maps, satellite maps, and ILMS, public health and sanitation, mapping of disease hotspots, waste management zone, etc. Environment and climate, you have n number of indices that can be mapped from the satellite data, NDVI, NDB, LST, air quality indices from the satellites, disaster risk reduction, hazard zonation, early warning system, and rapid damage mapping, citizens management, open GIS portal, mobile apps for reporting, and participatory planning. As Santosh sir rightly told, there should be only one system actually, which is integrated into all. There should be only one mobile app. There should be only one web app type of thing. So methodological framework, data infrastructure development, then technological stack can be anything. We can leverage with GE, QGIS, PostGIS, IoT enabled sensors for data analytics, policy integration, embedding geospatial intelligence to decentralized planning and departmental MIS system, capacity development, as I told earlier, establishing spatial data literacy hubs at district level through several departments. And there should be a citizen interface, launching the interactive dashboards, mobile apps, public feedback portals powered by the live spatial data. Expected outcomes that can come by 2031 can be 100% spatial coverage of all panchayats and municipalities under KSDI, integration of GIS-based asset registers and service map in all LSGs, real-time environmental monitoring. I doubt that we are just lacking that. There are universities doing, but there are no central center that has been real-time environment monitoring through remote sensing data sets, enhanced transparency and accountability through open dashboards, improved resilience to floods, drought, and heat threats to predictive analytics. There are many case studies that has happened in Kerala, where region-wise environmental monitoring has been done by NGOs. So that can be developed into all Kerala. As you know, Hume Center is one of the agency, Gramina Padana Kendram is one of the agencies, and many agencies are there who does the regional-wise mapping of this environmental parameters. Institutionalization of spatial decision-making in all the government departments. Implementation practice. This is I'm not actually I'm not in a with the government actually. From I have been with Kerala Water Authority as well as Sujita Mission, maybe 2-3 years, working as their consultant. But this may be wrong. What I am saying, the implementation partners can be State Planning Board, KSD, LSD, IIIT, MK, etc. IIIT just changed now to Digital University. Academic partners can be all universities in Kerala, STEC, NSS, etc. Technical partners can be NRSA, ISRO, Deshwas Institute, etc. Community partners can be Kudumbasri and all the NGOs who have been doing geospatial mapping for years and years, and also the local resource persons. So it is also in alignment with global and national frameworks. State alignment, just missed one, sorry. So in global alignment, it will be aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Goals, SDGs 6, 11, 13, and 16. And as you know, with national alignment, the Digital India Program and National Geospatial Policy 2022 and the National E-Governance Plan NEGP. And state alignment, as we know, we have a Kerala's Climate Resilient Development Strategy, embeds GIS-based environment planning in the development frameworks. People's Plan, as we know, that focus on spatial data-driven local planning and participatory decision making. So it ensures policy coherence between local actions, national and global sustainability goals, positions Kerala as a model state for spatially enabled sustainable governance. For conclusion, vision calls for Kerala to evolve into a spatially intelligent governance ecosystem. Integration of GIS and remote sensing is key to enhancing planning, monitoring, and service delivery at all levels. Geospatial intelligence enables real-time insights for evidence-based decision making, and reimagining the decentralizations moves beyond administrative evolution to the spatial empowerment. Every LSDs become a node of real-time governance and resilience building. So Kerala's future link, a geospatial empowered state ensuring sustainability, resilience, and equity by Vision 2030. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vinod, for making a detailed presentation on the possibilities of GIS. So we have all our presentations over, and we are 5 minutes ahead of our schedule. So the task for me as the moderator was to make this within 1.5 hours, which we have done beautifully. Starting from the initial note by Dr. Santosh Babu, and it is the critical analysis by Dr. Unnikrishnan, and then the field experiences by the other speakers. So may I ask Dr. Santosh Babu and PV Unnikrishnan if you have 1 or 2 more sentences to add. We have 2-3 minutes.
Yes. I have. It's been fantastic listening to everybody. I'll start from Dr. Vinod. Dr. Vinod, you are the kind of person we are all looking for. Because, One Kerala GIS, I was so frustrated because Grameen Padana Kendra, Kesarak, Nyangal, Avari, very, and we don't have a, full state map of with GIS. Kesrakinde കയ്യിൽ ഇതിപ്പുണ്ട് ഈ KSDIയുടെ കയ്യിൽ 500 layers എന്തോ ഇരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട് പക്ഷെ അപ്ഡേറ്റ് ആകുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് എനിക്ക് സംശയമുണ്ട് ഇറ്റ്സ് അണ്ടർ ലോക്ക് ആൻഡ് കീ ഒരു ലൈബ്രറി അറേഞ്ച്മെന്റ് ആണ് അതിനൊരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം അപ്രോച്ചിലേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരണം നമ്മൾ അതിനാണ് ഞാൻ ഈ വൺ കേരള GIS പ്രപ്പോസൽ ഞങ്ങൾ കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞു അതിൽ വൺ മോർ തിങ് വിച്ച് ഹാവ് പുട്ട് ആസ് എ വില്ലേജ് നോളജ് സെന്റർ ഈ വില്ലേജ് നോളജ് സെന്റർ 11 ഞങ്ങൾ എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് KSIT ഞാൻ MD ആണ് അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ വരുന്നതിന് മുമ്പേ അത് ബിൽഡിംഗ്സ് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയെടുക്കാൻ 1500 സ്ക്വയർ ഫീറ്റ് അതിൽ I have given a proposal stating that this should become the backbone for the village spatial governance. Village in എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും താങ്കൾ പറഞ്ഞ എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും അതിനകത്ത് മാപ്പ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിനെ മൊത്തം ഇൻറ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ മൊത്തം കേരളത്തിന് ഒരു ഫുൾ മാപ്പ് കിട്ടുന്നതാണ് സോ എല്ലാ പഞ്ചായത്തും പല വിധത്തിൽ GIS-ഉം മറ്റേന്താണ് ഈ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ട്വിനും പിന്നെ ഈ ഡ്രോണും ഒക്കെ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് ഇതിനെ ഇൻറ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് നമ്മൾ ഇത്രയും പൈസ വേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യണം നമ്മൾ ആൻഡ് വി ആർ നോട്ട് അപ്ഡേറ്റിംഗ് ഇറ്റ് ദർ ഇസ് നോ പോയിന്റ് ഡൂയിങ് ദിസ് GIS വിതൗട്ട് അപ്ഡേഷൻ മിനിറ്റിൽ അപ്ഡേറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടിരിക്കും മണിക്കൂറിൽ അപ്ഡേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം ദിവസത്തിൽ അപ്ഡേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് പക്ഷേ ഇതൊരു ലോക്ക് ആൻഡ് കീ അറേഞ്ച്മെന്റ് ഇരുന്നാൽ പോരാ ഐ തിങ്ക് വി ഷുഡ് ഓൾ കം ടുഗദർ സോ ദാറ്റ്സ് വൈ ഐ എം ഫാന്റാസ്റ്റിക് ഐ എം സോ ഹാപ്പി ദാറ്റ് യു എൻ്റെ മനസ്സിലുള്ള എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും ഡോക്ടർ വിനോദ് പറഞ്ഞു അടുത്തത് പുല്ലമ്പാറ പ്രസിഡന്റ് ആണ് ഐ മീൻ ഇറ്റ്സ് ഇൻസ്പയറിംഗ് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഞാൻ വില്ലേജിൽ പോയായിരുന്നു അതിന്റെ ഇനോഗ്രേഷനൊക്കെ പോയായിരുന്നു വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് അബ്സല്യൂട്ട്ലി റൈറ്റ് നമ്മളൊരു സാധനം കൊടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അക്സെപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ മക്കൾ ജനങ്ങൾ റെഡിയാകണ്ടേ ജനങ്ങൾ മലയാളികൾ ഏറ്റവും പവർഫുൾ ആണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു കാര്യമില്ല പക്ഷെ പാവപ്പെട്ടവർക്ക് അതിപ്പോഴും ഹാൻഡിൽ ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ട് അത് പുല്ലമ്പാറ നമ്മളെ ഷോഡ് us that it's possible to energize the people, make them use these technologies. അവർ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല എന്താ കാര്യം 6000-3000 എത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട് ദാറ്റ്സ് എ 50% ബട്ട് rush we had to do. So I think that PV Unnikrishnan സാറും പുലംപ്ര പ്രസിഡന്റും പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യം അതാണ്. ആ ഒരു പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്ററി തിങ് അത് നമുക്ക് ഐക്യം ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യമല്ല. അത് ഇതേപോലെയുള്ള മഹാന്മാരായിട്ടുള്ള പ്രസിഡൻസും വിഷണറീസും ഫീൽഡിലുണ്ടെങ്കിലേ നമുക്ക് പറ്റുള്ളൂ. പിന്നെ ജഹാംഗീർ പറഞ്ഞ കുറേ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഐ എം സോ ഹാപ്പി ദാറ്റ് ഹി ബ്രോട്ട് so many of these things. സുലേഖ ഇപ്പൊ വരുന്നുണ്ട്, ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് അണ്ടർ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് ആണ്. അതില് EDCR റൂളിൽ നമ്മൾ കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പൊ ഈ PDF-ന്റെ ആവശ്യമില്ല. ഈ കേസ് മാർട്ടിനകത്ത് EDCR ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് കൺട്രോൾ റൂൾസ് ആണ്. ഐ തിങ്ക് സംവെയർ സം സബ്വേർഷൻ ഇസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ് ബൈ ബ്രിങ്ങിങ് PDF എക്സെട്ര. ജനങ്ങളെ കഷ്ടപ്പെടുത്താൻ വേണ്ടി ഇത് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് ഡ്രോ ചെയ്ത് അകത്തോട്ട് കയറ്റിയ 3rd സെക്കൻഡിൽ നമുക്ക് എന്താണ് പറയുന്നത് ബിൽഡിംഗ് പെർമിറ്റ് കിട്ടുന്നതാണ്. അപ്പം സംവെയർ വിത്തിൻ ദ സിസ്റ്റം ഇതിൽ കുറച്ച് സബ്വേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഒരു എഫേർട്ട് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ടായിരിക്കും ഈ PDFs ഒക്കെ വരുന്നത് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്. അതേപോലെ കുറേ അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞ കുറേ കാര്യങ്ങൾ I was so intrigued because he's the field person. He knows the problem. And they've done so many things. I think now we need to integrate it with K-Smart or some, smart. We should all bring it together because ഈ ചെയ്ത കാര്യങ്ങളെ നമ്മൾ വേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ സുലേഖനൊക്കെ നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ എടുത്തോണ്ട്. പിന്നെ മോസ്റ്റ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് തിങ് ഈസ് വീഡിയോ KYC വീഡിയോ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ലോകത്തിൽ എവിടെ നിന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഗ്രാമപഞ്ചായത്തിൽ ഗ്രാമസഭ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, വാർഡ് സഭ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, അതും നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പം ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. പിന്നെ
okay, sir. I think you got enough for the day.
Know your land മാസ്റ്റർ പ്ലാൻ കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. 6 ഷേപ്പ് ഫയൽസ് ആണ് കൊണ്ടുവന്നത്. എയർപോർട്ട് സോൺ, റെയിൽവേ സോൺ, ഹൈ ടെൻഷൻ വയർ സോൺ, പിന്നെ മാസ്റ്റർ പ്ലാൻ സോൺ, മാസ്റ്റർ പ്ലാൻ ഇത് കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ CRZ ആൻഡ് വൺ മോർ ഇസ് വയനാട്ടിലെ ഇക്കോ സെൻസിറ്റീവ് സോൺസ്. 6 ഷേപ്പ് ഫയൽസ് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയുള്ളൂ. പാഡി വെറ്റ്ലാൻഡ് ഒന്നും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പൊ ഇതെല്ലാം കൂടെ ഇൻകോപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ we'll know exactly how what we can do with the land that we have. So നമ്മുടെ കയ്യിൽ ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇത്രയും പാഷനേറ്റ് പറയുന്ന അൻവർ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാമല്ലോ നമ്മളൊക്കെ എത്ര വർഷമായിട്ട് ഇതിന്റെ പുറകെ നടക്കുന്നതാണ്. നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചെയ്ത് ബിഗ് തിങ്സ് ആണ്. പക്ഷെ നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ഒരു ബിഗ് ലെവൽ ജമ്പ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ ഇതിനെയൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് ഒരുമിച്ച് കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ഈ ജനങ്ങൾ ഇത്രയും ബ്രില്യൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള പീപ്പിൾ ഉള്ളപ്പോൾ വി ഷുഡ് നോട്ട് ബി ഡൂയിങ് ഇൻ സൈലോസ്. ഇത് ഞാൻ കണ്ട് മടുത്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഇപ്പൊ 4 വർഷമായി ഞാൻ കേരളത്തിൽ വന്നത്. ഇത്രയും നമുക്ക് വേറെ ഒരു സ്റ്റേറ്റിന് അടുത്ത 10-25 വർഷത്തേക്ക് ആലോചിക്കാൻ പോലും പറ്റാത്ത കാര്യമാണ് നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ ചിന്തിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്. സോ ഐ തിങ്ക് ദിസ് ഷുഡ് ബി എ ടൈം ഫോർ റിഫ്ലക്ഷൻ ആൻഡ് ഗോഡ് വില്ലിംഗ് ദി ഗവൺമെന്റ് കമ്മിങ് ബാക്ക് വി ഷുഡ് ബി ഏബിൾ ടു ഡു വണ്ടേഴ്സ് എന്നാണ് ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്.
Okay, like I have a request on with regard to GIS. When you are going for the GIS implementation, please try to use free open source platform for that. Like
yes, I agree with you.
Because we know the proprietary log which has happened in Kerala Savari and all, and the cost, this thing, and so the community is very strong right now. So if IKM, IT Mission, I think there were some mapathon sort of things which have done very well, but there was no follow-up from IT Mission. But if you or KDs can all do the mapping.
Actually, Madam Shatiraj പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ തന്നെ മറ്റേ ആ ഡേറ്റാബേസ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ 98% accurate ആണെങ്കിൽ, I mean, then we can take off from here. That's an amazing thing. നമുക്ക് ഈ പ്യൂരിറ്റി ഓഫ് ഡേറ്റ ആണ് ഏറ്റവും വലിയ പ്രശ്നം. 98% accuracy ഉള്ള ഒരു സിവിൽ സപ്ലൈസ് ഡേറ്റാബേസ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ.
I remember in Verlanad, Unnivash was trying to take 34 sort of data sets to link to a common database in 2004-5. So now the last word from Unnivash, because it's already 9:30.
ഒരൊറ്റ പോയിന്റ്. നമ്മൾ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറൈസേഷൻ ആരംഭിച്ച സമയത്ത് അന്ന് നമ്മൾ കേരളത്തിൽ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറിൻ്റെ ഹരിശ്രീ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പുസ്തകം നമ്മൾ തയ്യാറാക്കി ആൾക്കാരെ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് പഠിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ പരിപാടിയിലേക്ക് വന്നത്. അന്ന് പഞ്ചായത്ത് ഓഫീസിൽ ഏതാണ്ട് പിന്നെ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ആൾക്കാരായിരുന്നു പഞ്ചായത്ത് സെക്രട്ടറിമാരിൽ 70%. ആ ഒരു അവസ്ഥയിൽ നിന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ തുടങ്ങിയത്. അപ്പോൾ ഒറ്റ പോയിന്റ് എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളൂ, ഇതിനകത്ത് ദർ ഈസ് എ റിക്വയർമെൻറ്റ് ഫോർ ഡീമിസ്റ്റിഫിക്കേഷൻ. നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ അൺഫോർച്ചുനേറ്റ്ലി എല്ലാ കാര്യവും വളരെ മിസ്റ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യാണ് ഒരു ടെക്നോളജിയുടെ ഒരു കോണ്ടെക്സ്റ്റിൽ. ടെക്നോളജി ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റീസ് വളരെ ഹ്യൂജാണ്, യാതൊരു സംശയമില്ല. പക്ഷേ എന്നാൽ അതേ സമയത്ത് ഒരു ഡീമിസ്റ്റിഫിക്കേഷനും ഇതിനകത്ത് ഒരു വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഘടകമാണ്. സോ ദർ ഹാസ് ടു ബി എൻ എഫേർട്ട് ടുവേർഡ്സ് പിന്നെ ഒന്ന് ഒരു സെറ്റ് ബാക്ക് ഒരു സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ബാക്കിലേക്ക് എടുത്തിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഒന്ന് സത്യസന്ധമായിട്ട് ഡീമിസ്റ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ കാരണം എന്താ വെച്ചാൽ പ്ലാനിങ് ബോർഡിലൊക്കെ പോകുമ്പോൾ ഈ സുലേഖയെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് മാത്രമാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട പരാതി. നമുക്കിപ്പോഴും പ്ലാൻ പ്രോസസ്സ് നമുക്ക് ഓട്ടോമേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയിട്ടില്ല. അതിനകത്ത് വളരെ മീനിങ് ആയിട്ട് ടാർഗറ്റ്സും അച്ചീവ്മെൻറ്റ്സും നമുക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ പറ്റിയിട്ടില്ല എന്നുള്ളത് വളരെ ഒരു സങ്കടകരമായിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യമാണ്. നമുക്ക് ഇത്രയും വർഷം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടും നമുക്ക് ആ പ്രോസസ്സ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അതാണ് പബ്ലിക് അക്കൗണ്ടബിലിറ്റിയുടെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യം. അപ്പോൾ ആ രൂപത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് കുറേ ഇൻ്റഗ്രേഷൻ്റെ റിക്വയർമെൻറ്റ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് കുറച്ചും കൂടി ഒരു കോമൺ പെഡസ്റ്റലിൽ നമുക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരാനായിട്ട് പറ്റേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. പുതിയ ടെക്നോളജി ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ അതിനകത്ത് എംപവർമെൻറ്റും കൂടെ ഉറപ്പുവരുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകണം. യാതൊരു സംശയമില്ല, പുല്ലമ്പാറ പ്രസിഡന്റ് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ജനകീയമായിട്ട് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലിറ്ററസി വരേണ്ടത് വളരെ പ്രധാനമാണ്. അതും ഈ എംപവർമെൻ്റ് ഒരു എലിമെൻറ്റ് തന്നെയാണ്. ഓൾ ബെസ്റ്റ് വിഷസ് ഫോർ സന്തോഷ് ഫോർ ടേക്കിംഗ് ദിസ് അഹെഡ്. ഇത്രയും മനോഹരമായിട്ടുള്ള ഡാഷ്ബോർഡുകൾ, ഇത്രയും മനോഹരമായിട്ടുള്ള സ്മാർട്ട് സിറ്റിയുമായിട്ടുള്ള ഇൻ്റഗ്രേഷൻ, ഇത്രയും മനോഹരമായിട്ട് നമ്പേഴ്സ് ഇൻ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് ഇത്രയും അതിൻ്റെ വോള്യൂംസ്. കാരണം എനിക്ക് തിരുവനന്തപുരം കോർപ്പറേഷനിൽ അവിടുത്തെ ജനസേവന കേന്ദ്രമൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കാനായിട്ട് പോയി കടന്ന് നിന്ന് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടി ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള അനുഭവങ്ങളെല്ലാം എനിക്ക് ഉള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ആ നമ്പേഴ്സും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ വലിയ അഭിമാനം തോന്നുന്നു ഇപ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു സമ്പ്രദായത്തെക്കുറിച്ച്. അതിനെക്കുറിച്ചൊന്നുമുള്ള ഒരു വിമർശനമല്ല ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ്. നമ്മൾ ഈ പറയുന്ന കാര്യം ഇനിയും കൂടുതൽ ഉയരത്തേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുപോകാനായിട്ട്, ലോകത്തിനൊരു മാതൃകയായിട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ പറ്റുന്ന രൂപത്തിൽ ഒരു ഇതിലേക്ക് ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ കേരള മിഷൻ മാറട്ടെ. കേരളത്തിലെ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറൈസേഷൻ്റെ മാതൃക ഒരിക്കലും പരാജയപ്പെടാൻ പാടില്ല. ആ പരാജയത്തിന് അകത്ത് ഏറ്റവും ദുഃഖിക്കുന്നത് ഞാനായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ യാതൊരു സംശയമില്ല, ആ കാര്യം ഒരു പരാജയമില്ലാതെ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാൻ കഴിയട്ടെ എന്ന് മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട്.
Thank you. So Jahangir ji, you have anything to add? Quick comment?
Nothing, sir.
Fine. Okay, so thank you all. Thank for it's a very good panel. In fact, I feel honored to moderate this panel and at this evening, and I surprised to see that there were more than 100 participants at this time also. So thank you for all. I think we will take forward further the thought processes, the thinking, the discussion, the brainstorming. Let us have a positive outlook on more brighter digital future for Kerala. So thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, Anwar. God bless.
Sir, participants are requested to next day seminar, Central State Relations. The presenter is Dr. T.M. Thomas Isaac. So all participants are requested to take necessary steps for the next day seminar also. Same link, same time. And thanks to all, sir.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.